His current job assignment has been as a cook. Offender sales has not been a security threat or issue at our facility at large.
All right, thank you. All right, we have a brief statement from Mr. Archie. Mr. Archie, you'd like to make a brief statement?
Yes, have you got me now?
Yeah, go ahead. Brief statement. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'd like to make a statement. Cody has been messed up for a while, and actually it come into family problems. Everybody turned their back on him, and I hate to say it, but I tried for a long time, and I did too. When he's around me, he listens, and he knows I don't put up with it. If he gets out, he's coming here. And he can sit right there and tell you, if I say what goes, it goes. If I ever catch him doing dope again, y'all be the second ones to know. Cause he knows I hate seeing him in there, but I even less hate seeing him mess up the rest of his life. He don't get to see none of his kids. And I don't want to see him die from it. And I've done told him if he ever goes back in again, he'll never see daylight outside as a free man again. And I think it's kind of registered on him. And I've seen a change on him since he's come to Rayburn. He's always tried to act like a bad boy and all, and he seems like he's talking a lot better and all now. And I don't know, it's just I've seen a change in him since he's been up there, so I think it's helped. But I'd like to see him get out, and like I said, if he gets out, he's coming here, and he knows it's my way or back y'all's way.
All right, thank you so much for your comments, sir. Brett Stewart.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I would like to agree with the things that his father said since he has been at Rayburn. Just his verbal execution, the way he's talked about different aspects of life, I have seen a big change in him. And he has a lot of family who will support his emotional, mental state. I think that he deserves a shot outside. He's come a long way. And I do think that he deserves a second. He deserves to be out there.
All right, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. All right, Cody, would you like to make a statement on your behalf?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I'd like to apologize to the court, to the family. I'd like to let them know I'm remorseful for what I've done. I was in a bad stage at the time. I am sorry for it. And I know I can't change the past, but I can change the future. So I'd like to say I'm sorry to them.
All right, thank you so much. Pam, prepare to vote. Mr. Roche?
Yeah. Mr. Seals, I can see that you've come a long ways in the last 2 years. Your family members said they see a difference in you since you back at Ray. The warden had positive results. You served 70% of your sentence. You have a great supervision record. I'm willing to give you a chance this morning. But before you're released, I want you to complete a 6-month transitional work program. It'll give you a chance to transition back into society on a slow basis. You can earn some money, get a little nest egg, so when you do get out, you have some money to start up with rent and utilities and whatever. So I want you to complete that 6-month transition work program. After you finish that program, you'll have a curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. I want you to do some community service. Mrs. Seals, do you still hear me?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay. I want to start again because our monitor has gone out. I see you on another monitor. I'll go over those conditions. A 6-month transition work program before release, after release, a curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. I want you to do some community service, 4 hours a month. And I want you to maintain full-time employment. Good
Yes,
luck.
sir. Appreciate it.
All right. Mr. Freeman?
I also vote to grant, Mr. Seal, with the conditions that Mr. Roche stated, and also with the condition that the probation officer determine the restitution to Mr. Levon Seal, and that you pay half of that restitution.
Yes, sir.
All right, you have 2 votes to grant, also a vote to grant for the same reasons as stated. Transitional work, 4 hours of service, maintain full-time employment, and give restitution. 3 votes to grant, your proposal is granted after transitional work program. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Appreciate it.
Uh,
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So what we are doing, we are just watching some live parole hearings, and the people that are getting parole. They are coming back into the community. They are under some stipulations. So that's what we were watching.
Why is it your grocery order?
Okay, let's see. So yeah, that's what we were waiting for. But now we are going to get on over to any leaks facing lifelong secrets during reading, retirement. Okay.
You're so cute. Oh, thank you. How about that? I resulted to calling kids and ask them about my problem. That's okay. We're going to figure it out. You're looking like me, honey. You stole my hair color and everything. I know. I'm loving it. How dare you? I know. One of us has to try it. That's okay. We're going to figure it out. You're looking like me, honey. You stole my hair color and everything. I know. I'm loving it. How dare you? I really, really want him to make a connection. Anything you'd like to know, we can kind of go in the direction of. So, of health, love, career, family, are you curious about any particular areas? Okay, all. All? Okay, which would you like to start with? Not love. Okay, sure. Not love. No love. So we're gonna. I think I'm in love. So yeah, we'll focus on the personal stuff to the side. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna do here. So I'm sitting with Nini, and I'm not getting anything, and I'm really hoping that she brought an object for me to connect with. So oftentimes it's a bit of a mixed bag as far as what's going to come through. Did you bring an object today? Yes, I did. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Okay, can I hold on to it? Sure. Perfect. Oh, it's a bell. I love it. Yes. Okay, awesome. Being a medical intuitive, I touched the bell and randomly became overwhelmed with a bunch of sensations that I had absolutely no control over. I'm so sorry, I'm sweating. It's okay. It's okay. We're in the process of a reading where medical mediumship is coming through. There are references oftentimes to how someone passed away, and I take on those physical symptoms and have to deliver them in order for them to go away. We have a woman coming through. I don't know what this is. That's odd. As she's kind of coming through with this, she's making me just feel very almost heavy is kind of the way I would put it. I'm getting an overwhelming feeling that I can't quite pinpoint. And so as I'm going through this process, my face is starting to get sweaty. I'm starting to feel pale and clammy, and just overall very uncomfortable. As this is coming through, I just want to lay down. This can be the scariest part of a reading, just because I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know whether I'm going to sweat or get a chest pain. I don't know where it's going to go or how it's even going to continue to manifest. Okay, yeah, I'm going to take a really quick little 30-second thing to... I was trying really hard to decipher the message, but this was just too overwhelming. I was worried. I was like, oh my God, he's sweating his ass off. What the hell? I feel like I'm having difficulty kind of doing this. She's bringing me to this for some reason. As this is happening, there's a reference directly where I feel like as I'm trying to swallow. So doing that, she's referencing to the filtration system of the body shutting down. She's referencing one kidney, actually. Do you know if there were any issues with the kidneys? Yeah. Okay. So who would have had the kidney issue exclusively? My mom. And so then with this, who would this be connected to? My mother. Your mother. Okay. I grew up not having my mom. It was very hard for me. As a teenager, you want to be with your mom. So I know how to cope, I always knew how to cope without having my mom since I was very young. And so with that, in how she comes through, she's just absolutely lovely. She's absolutely lovely. But there is a feeling of thank you for allowing me to move forward, to pass, to cross over. She made a call knowing that I was out of the state and saying, I want Nini to come. Right. Because she was in the hospital. Right. Yes. She wanted to make sure that she could hear me or talk to me. But once I got there, right. I was talking to her saying, I'm here. Right. And at that point, a couple of days later, she went on. Right. As Nini's validating the information, I'm starting to notice that I'm feeling drastically better. I'm noticing that I'm sweating less, I'm no longer seeing references to the filtration system. And that's my way of knowing that what is coming through is being delivered in the way that it's meant. So there is a reference. I don't know quite else how to put this, but this doesn't necessarily seem... there was something weird about the timing in which you were conceived. There was definitely an issue with the timing, yeah. I know this is weird, but there's a reference to two father figures, not just one. But then I see the basically a paternity
related kind of a thing where I feel like I question, but I'm going between two people. So to put this bluntly, do you know who your biological father is?
I know who they say he is, and I have met him.
Okay.
They have not taken a DNA to 100%
Right.
prove it because my mom's passed on. She told me my father was one person
Right,
all
exactly.
of my life.
Right.
And he was not. My dad, who I know to be my dad,
Right.
Was military.
Yeah.
He gone away. So apparently while he was gone away,
Right.
he always thought the timing was off. My only question is why she didn't tell me about the situation. I had to really learn, and there were people hurt along the way with me trying to figure it out. She told me someone else was my father, so it was kind of like.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we are about to get back in court for what we came here for. So give me 1 second as I go ahead and put us in motion.
Building date 7/2/2020. Good time date 7/19/2025. Full term date 9/2/2055. 60-year sentence.
That is correct.
All right, and that's for manslaughter, armed robbery, 4 counts, correct?
That is correct.
All right, would you answer Mr. would you answer Mr. Freeman's questions, please?
Sure.
All right, Mr. Pope, how old are you right now?
46. 46, making 47.
Okay. How old were you when you committed this crime?
I was 20 years old.
20 years old, okay. Were you on drugs when you committed those robberies?
No, sir. I wasn't. I never had a problem with drugs. I never had a problem with drugs. I mean, I tried marijuana once or twice, maybe sip alcohol once. I never had a problem with drugs.
Okay, I just want to know if you were on drugs that night, because you committed the armed robberies like in a 2-day span. What was the reason for the robbery?
Okay, can I give you guys some clarification on that?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
I'm not sure exactly how the robberies occurred, but I am part to blame because I helped those guys elude the law when that occurred because it involved my baby brother, But I know you guys have heard it before, and it had been plenty of times, I didn't do it, and there was some of this and there was some of that, but I didn't actually rob no one. I helped my little brother and the guy he was with elude the law that night. Now I knew what they was doing, sure enough, so that makes me just as guilty as they were, but I didn't actually rob no one. Please believe me. I didn't rob no one. I was out that night partying at the club because it was a concert, and a little inside of that, had I listened to her, I wouldn't be in prison, but she begged me not to go. I went out anyway, and in all actuality, I didn't rob no one. Could nobody identify me or none of that in that case.
All right, let me ask you this: how did you help him elude police?
Because when we ran across him, I knew the guy he was with a little youngster that just came out of reformatory school for accidentally shooting his friend behind a donut, and I just didn't want it with him. I just felt like, you're doing what you're doing, but I just don't want you with him, and I tried to bring him back to the project in a stolen vehicle, and bam, there it was. I tried to run from the law.
Gotcha. Okay, let me ask you this. Now, we don't have any arrest report on your little brother's killing.
Exactly.
Okay, so what happened there? What is the deal with your little brother's killing? Tell me what happened.
That night when I fled
the law and the police. I'm nervous.
Breathe.
That night, when we was running from the police in the car smashed into the pole. We all jumped out. I went one way, the other guy went his way, and my little brother, unfortunately, he ran directly to the arms of the police. Because the car kind of like, the cruising in itself kind of like caused the accident, you know, and that would maybe hit the pole. And they just beat him. They beat him. I'm talking about they really beat this little kid. You know? Excuse me, wait, give me a minute. They beat this little kid, you know. I could have been long gone. I could have been gone. I ain't have to do that. But when I saw them beating him, I just stopped. I'm like, hey man, just leave him alone. Get up off him. You know, I don't have no gun or nothing. I got on the ground and everything, you know? And he just wouldn't move. He was in a fetal position. He just wouldn't move, you know? And for years, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not blaming nobody. I'm wrong, you know, because I played a part in it. I'm wrong. I ain't blaming nobody, you know? But for years, man, they swept my case under the rug. For years, they swept it under the rug. They wouldn't give me no police report, no DA files, no nothing. They wouldn't give me a cause of death, no autopsy report. It wasn't even a newspaper. It wasn't in the news. None of that. And you would think, you know, a kid get killed or whatever in some armed robbery cases, it would be blasted all over the television. It would be all over the news. You know, they just didn't give me no answers under no circumstances. They didn't just give me no answers, you know, and I felt like out of 4 counts of armed robbery, 3 of the counts, nobody could identify me. Nobody filed a police report on me or nothing. The young lady that could identify me, she identified me minutes before trial. And with Bruce Whitaker, he asked this young lady, how could she identify me? And the lady said that they just showed her my photo before she came into the courtroom. So
Okay.
if you find me not guilty on an armed robbery charge, you would have to open up this manslaughter and show me where that it would be a manslaughter. You know?
Okay, let me ask you about the manslaughter. Did you plead to manslaughter or got found guilty?
They found me guilty on manslaughter, and it made no reference to it in my trial. None. All they said was I the driver of the vehicle. And I was like, yeah, I was the driver of the vehicle. You know, that would be me being a kid, you know, ignorant to the law. And that's not justifiable, being ignorant to the law. I'm indirect saying like, yeah, you know, I'm the reason he dead. You know, I'm the one who was driving. In fact, I was, but it wasn't. The accident wasn't severe enough. Please believe me, this accident wasn't severe enough. They bumped the back of the vehicle, and I ran into a pole. Everybody, all 3 of us, jumped out of the vehicle.
Okay.
I went over the fence. Yes.
Okay. Let me ask you this, what classes have you taken that have helped you since you've been in prison?
Excuse me?
What classes have you taken?
I've been in Crimeaholics. I've been in NAAA. I've done Cajun Rage. I've done some hospice. I've done some hospice programs and things of that nature.
You have 2 children?
Yes, I have 2 daughters, but later down the line, I found out that only one of them was mine. That's my daughter that's here today.
Do you have contact with the children or?
Yes, oh, yes. Yo, oh, we play and joke around all the time. Yes, yes, indeed.
You have, like I say, you have opposition from law enforcement. You have, your family, your mother is unopposed.
Yes,
And, couldn't contact any on Rob. Next, not your supervision, I mean, not your supervision, your write-up history. You've had 72 write-ups since you've been in there. Is that correct?
yes, sir.
Okay, on 9/12/20, you had a write-up, I think it was 9/11/20 for contraband. What was that contraband?
9, 11, 20. It was cigarettes.
Okay. On 10/12/20, you had a write-up for fighting. What was that about?
They had this youngster ranting around a dormitory about somebody had stole something from him. I got up and tried to like diffuse the situation and calm him down, you know, and he told me that I must have stolen his tennis shoes. I'm like, dude, really? And I guess the way I say, dude, really, he just started swinging on me. And I defended myself.
Okay. All right. You have a low risk or moderate need. That's all the questions I have.
You have any input there for us, Ward?
Yes, Offender Pope returned to Rayburn Correctional Center in September of 2016. Since that, he's had 3 rule violations that you just went over. He's currently medium custody and he is a baker in the kitchen. Offender Pope has never been a real big security issue or threat while at Rayburn Correctional Center.
All right, great, thank you. Now we'll hear from Ms. Berry. Ms. Pope, your mother, if you'd like to make a brief statement.
Mother. No.
I can't see you.
Okay, go ahead and make your statement, Ms. Pope.
I just want to say that this call to me, it has been a long time coming. I just want y'all to know that I need my son home with me and the family. I'm currently going through, I got health problems right now, and I need him home to take care of me. And please, I'm just give him a chance, you know, because it's been a long time. It's hard for me to travel to see him. I can't do it anymore. I just need my son home with me. Please.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you for your comment. Now we'll hear from your daughter, Ms. Young. Ms. Smith, I'm sorry. You know who's speaking? You got Ms. Young. Okay, so who is that? Who? Okay, that's it. All right, Mr. Pope, would you like to make a statement on your behalf?
Yes, yes. Yeah, I would like to thank you to guys for giving me this opportunity. I mean, you know, this is close as I've been to seeing, you know, to getting home in the last 26 and a half years. My co-defendant, you know, he went home, come back to prison after doing 22 years. I mean, I didn't see no sense in that, going home carrying no gun. You know, and you know, I would like to have the same opportunity he had. You know what I'm saying? They gave him a chance. Can I just have one? I just want to redeem myself, not only for me, but just for my family. I have a daughter I haven't even been home for since she was born. I have 3 grandkids I haven't been home for since they was born. You know, I just everybody waiting on me. You know what I'm saying? I just know if God do deem me fit to be granted parole, I just want to redeem myself. You know, I want to redeem myself. It's not so much as for them because I'm living my life. You know what I'm saying? But their help and their appreciation will mean a lot to me, and I want to thank you guys for giving me this opportunity, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the moment. It really means a lot to me.
All right, thank you. Now prepare to vote.
I call for an executive.
Have a motion for executive session.
Second.
Got a second, roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
we'll be back.
Okay, so now we're just waiting on the verdict.
All right, panel's back. We're prepared, panel prepared to vote?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Freeman.
Okay, Mr. Pope, this was a tough one, real tough one on me. But you've spent 27 years in there. You've taken some good classes. Warden had nothing bad to say about you. So I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna vote to grant with the special condition that you have a curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. and that you be placed on electronic monitoring to make sure you follow that curfew.
No
The
problem.
only way you get off that curfew is if you call your probation officer.
No problem. Thank you, Mr. B.
All right, Mr. Roche.
Mr. Pope,
Yes,
you've been incarcerated for 27 years.
yes, sir.
And I see where you enrolled in a literacy program.
Yes,
And you didn't finish that program, so you couldn't enroll in a high step program.
okay,
And if somebody's incarcerated 27 years, I expect them to work to the point where they can earn a GED. You have not even enrolled in a GED program. You have 72 disciplinary write-ups. That's almost 3 write-ups per year of incarceration. You had 2 Class B write-ups at the end of 2020, and you've lost 277 days good time. Even though you've got 127 of those back, you've still lost a significant amount of good time. You have law enforcement opposition, and your general disciplinary conduct is not acceptable. I'm going to vote to deny you this morning.
Right, you have 1 vote to grant, 1 vote to deny parole. Listen, I listened intently to what you have to say. I mean, look, I know you're excited, you're nervous. There's a lot going on. It's a tough situation. Based on these work you've done, classes you've taken, I would vote to grant your parole today. With current monitoring community service and maintain employment. There's 2 to grant, 1 to deny. You don't have a GED, is that correct?
no, sir.
So there's special stipulations based that you have to have a GED, a couple other things for a 2 to 1. So unfortunately today, a 2 to 1, 2 to grant, 1 to deny, you denied. So get with them and maybe see if you can get with the warden there and see if that's something you can do and get that lined out. Maybe next time it'll be a little different, but 2 votes to grant, 1 to deny. Unfortunately, you're denied today. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
We'll adjourn at 11:06.
Okay, so in this case, he was denied because of the education part. You've been in there for 26 years and you telling me that you didn't think about an education? You took all these classes to make it look like you were really doing something. But when it comes to a job, you have to have an education. So if you're back out here in society, you don't have an education to go and fill out the application, you're not going to get a job because you don't have an application. And I feel like that's what they were looking at. You have to have some type of education in their eyes. They offer these programs in there. So hopefully his next time coming up, he would have gotten that. But my thing is, if I know I'm going up for parole, I'm going to be asking everything that I need to know. Like, okay, what do I need to prepare for? What do I need to, what is it going to take? How can I look good when I'm up here in front of these people? Well, first things first is, do you have your education? Like, have you got your GED while you were in here? No. Okay, well, that would be a start. Have you committed to any classes in here? Yes, I have. Okay, that's good. But right now we need you to focus on your GED. Well, good luck next time. Wow. I felt like not even that. I felt like he was talking a little too much because when they asked him about him, they didn't even ask him how the crime started and all that. He went into those specific details and said, "Oh, it was a robbery. I was driving a car. I helped them out. I eluded the cops." It was more of like he was putting pressure, like, I'm not ready to go. I want y'all to look at that very seriously. I'm not ready to go. In 26 years, he's probably not ready to leave his mate. And I know some people gonna say, well, Queen Tulsa, why would you say that? Girl, 26 years. And Nick, he tired of jacking. He ready to get into something. You know what I'm saying? Them pictures will only go so far. If you guys would like to come up, and sound off, definitely do that. I just had to put a content creator on block. I will be. I'm not really gonna get into all that, but my thing is, now that we're into the topic, a content creator is allegedly out here doing some things that are just not, appropriate. From my understanding, content creators are out here making videos. I offered this person to come on to the Goddess Tulsa show to say her piece. Oh wow! Somebody said, "Good morning. Send me a link to your podcast. I love to support our community at NEC 1111, baby." Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so I did drop the link if anybody wants to come up if you saw that. But back to this content creator. It's just folks that just like to be messy and they try to push your buttons. They try to push your buttons. Like, move on. You don't have anything else to talk about. And it is what it is. You're not going to get no content from me mentioning your name. You're not that important. Leave me alone. I blocked you. So there's no reason for you to come on my chat. There's no reason for you to do anything. Actually, I'm going to block you on Instagram. I mean, on YouTube as well, because there is nothing that we need to talk about. There's absolutely nothing that we need to talk about at this point. Because at this point, you're giving off, you're bored. Let's go ahead and unsubscribe to you now. You're giving you're bored and you just really don't have anything else better to do but to try to come over here and play in my face. But unfortunately, baby, you get the boot today. Okay. So let me go ahead and click on one of your videos and go ahead and block you. Yeah, so this is what we're gonna do. And how can I block this person? Like, I need a way to block this person because I just, no ma'am. Yeah, I unsubscribe to that person, and however, hopefully they will. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm just not for the foolery. Like, you can be on your own hate rampage and your own. You can do your tizzies by yourself. I won't be a part of that, my love. So yeah, on that note, when people try to take your energy, don't give it to them. Let's see. So we'll do H. Hang on to your dreams. I don't know who needed to hear that, but hang on to your dreams. They are definitely gonna come. Definitely, always stay positive. Always stay, you know, prayed up and out of the way. Definitely out of the way, my love. Okay, so let me go ahead and send this person our podcast. Listen here, and speaking of, we do have our podcast, which is up and running. Check the community wall so you can sign up and subscribe. I believe it's free. So we are on iHeartRadio and we are on Spotify. So make sure you are hitting up. make sure you're hitting us, following us on those social media platforms. And when you do, make sure you post it to the community wall, and I'll start a raffle. So we'll start a raffle for the people that are subscribing to the podcast. We'll have a raffle, and I'll make up like a gift basket, and I'll draw names, and just for the support, the winner will definitely get that basket of goodies and a one-on-one session with me on how to navigate through these YouTube streets. Okay? Because y'all know me, I'm everywhere. So I'll teach you how. It's angles, and it's the vibrations, it's the timing. Well, if that's all, I wanted to just come by, and guys, check out our morning show. I did give you guys a morning show today. I gave you some news, I gave you some hits. So make sure you are checking that out. And as of right now, I'm your host, Goddess Tosa. Give me 1 second. Yeah, because I gotta go out the right way. Okay. I'm your host, Goddess Tosa. And this is the Goddess Tosa Show. And on that note, we are going to go ahead and exit on out.